いい案がいくつかあるぞ。
How y'all doing? Just finished up our recording. Gonna do a little bit of streaming today, at least until around 4 o'clock. Should be fun. I've got some, got my commissions I've got to do. Andrew said he'd jump on in a little bit after he's done watching the Itaditten Gods or whatever that show is called. And he's gonna jump on and we'll do a few bosses. I have still got the foodie quest that I can do as promised yesterday. Looks like I've got something weird down here. Oh, this is my anniversary stuff. So hopefully we can get a little bit of chat going and folks can antagonize me a little bit. And we'll have some fun today. Darn it. Ooh, one free wish. I technically don't think I want to do any more wishing on this banner. This sucks. I actually feel like not pulling on a banner. It's not for Kokomi. I would love to have another Kokomi, but my issue is technically I have all 3 of the others C6'd, which kind of sucks. I actually got Rosaria and she finished out my group there. How far am I in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 4 times 6. It's what, 24? So yeah, I'm in a little bit of a dilemma on that one. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's see what kind of stuff I can get into. Where is my commissions today? My commissions are not in Inazuma. They're not in Liyue, it looks like. I don't see my commissions. Where are my commissions? They're in Mondstadt. I just looked in Mondstadt. I did not see any. There they are. Well, I'm just blind, it looks like. It's not unrealistic. Ooh. I did do a little bit of tinkering with Zonli. I am going to try to use him as a nuke. We will see how that works. He's not finished out like he was on the shield bot. I'm taking a big risk. I don't know that I can use him this way, but we'll see how that works. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you get used to using a character a certain way when you change up their entire... Which is not that he's going to be used differently, it's that he's going to... what's the word? He's going to perform differently. Because I'll still be using his shield, that's for sure. I just want to take advantage of his, because I'm always using the meteor. I just don't. It wasn't my primary focus before. Ah, jerk. Dude hates my Klee. He really does. What do I got now? I've got one over here. Come on, guys. I need an icebreaker. Otherwise, you're just going to keep hearing me talk about what I'm going to do in the game. And hopefully I set him up well. I'm focusing more on the main stats than I am on the side stats or the sub stats. Like I said, I think I mentioned in one of my live streams that I'm not going to waste that much racing into farming the sub stats. So I will try to use the best artifacts for the substats, but there's just no way that I can keep farming until I get a piece with no defense. That's just not even viable. But I have found that in the process of playing certain things, that even the substats or the main stats are hard to farm for. I think, yeah, my Venti. I really want to use my Venti, but the suggested set for him is pretty much pure elemental mastery, and I don't think I have gotten any elemental mastery pieces. Oh, not that. No elemental mastery pieces at all. Now, to be fair, I have farmed these sets, and I have gotten rid of a lot of extra pieces because I actually filled up my lockbox twice farming for these things. And I technically am probably almost full again. It would not surprise me one bit. Artifacts. No, I've already cleared out a bunch of the purples, and I'm back down to 319. Which you can see there's a whole bunch of news in here that I haven't even looked at because they're pieces that I'm not farming for. I'm not farming for retracing Bolide, but I am farming for Archaic Petra, I think. And I think that's, yeah, Archaic Petra, which was the one that came with these. Which I think I've got actually picked up a couple of pretty solid pieces over here on this side, but I haven't actually looked at them. Okie dokie. I'm doing something for this dude. What am I doing for him? Oh, he lost his freaking key again. Dude cannot keep control over his key. Why in the world would he take his key into a Hilitrol camp? At least in the winery, it made sense if he lost his key. Maybe one of the Hilitrols took it. If he doesn't have that excuse, I have no pity for him. I don't know, maybe I got on too early. Figured I'd give y'all a little bit of extra time. Jeez. I know somebody's watching. Maybe it's Andy. Oh, I already got the key. Ha! I guess I got his key. Stay out of the Hilitrol camp. Alright, got that done. More stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh. I technically have a bunch of condensed. I guess that's not going to hurt me on my boss runs with Andrew. So that might actually, strangely enough, work out in our favor. I've got a bunch of fragiles anyway, so I could still burn that. I've got this, and no, that's tomorrow. Darn it. Oh well. What about hers? I think hers is the same, isn't it? No, that's the... That is today. So I can technically work hers up. Hers is Favonius as well, so she's on the same page as him. she's next. Don't care right now of her. Hers is Wednesday as well. Oh, I've got a lot of working on her to do. That's what I get for changing over to Kokomi. Alright, let's go turn in our commissions and see if we can do the cooking quest. The cooking quest will has quite a few rewards in there, so still got 40 minutes on those. What do we got here? Ooh, I got a letter from Ayaka. Probably do the web event later. Since y'all can't experience that with me, I did not want to do that. Yeah, just shut up. Took over everything. Stupid red things. Go away. Okay. Alright, hopefully these aren't too bad and I can do them. Now on the downside, I probably should have whatever the food thing is going on. I should have thought of that. Powerful leaders are present in the foes. Special abilities. I'm guessing I'm supposed to kill them, then I can do the food. Okay, I guess that's kind of backwards. I thought I was supposed to have the foods on to kill the bosses, but it'll work. We'll get it all worked out. I don't know why I did that. That was just silly. Alright, Mr. Nuke. Yeah, still don't have my... There. Stupid shaman thing. Next challenge area. Alright. Stop it. Dang it. You threw everything off. That's gonna make me fall. Okay. Dang it. I see fire people. That means... Team 2. I need an icebreaker. You've got... Zero filters or fillers? Maybe it auto-corrected you? Oh. So another manga bait, or... Oh. Yeah. I'm not too saddened. I did want to watch it, kind of, but it seemed kind of not something I wanted to or I would enjoy much. The artwork was pretty unique. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. Finally got some icebreakers. I was just talking to the empty room earlier, and I was mentioning that we just finished a podcast and started the... It's not a bad candy. Some of them are alright. Some of them are a little annoying, but most of them are alright. You never really expect that certain fruits would go well with mint. It's an odd twist sometimes. Stop it. I wish it would default to picking up stuff. But hey, I'm one of those weird people that actually like chocolate mint too, so. You are a dork. Oh. Silly dog. Okie dokie. Let's try not to die. Hello. Please don't kill me. Did you kill my... Oh. Annoying. Yuki, you caused me to kill my main DPS. Twice. Yes, you. You silly, silly dog. I guess that was dumb. See, now I'm trying to recover, and everything's going badly. My rank is high? No, probably not. I tend to be very, very behind on most. I'm a lot farther behind than Andrew, so. Now my adventure rank, I guess if that's what you're asking, I'm 56. Andrew's 57 if I remember right. So I'm pretty much with everybody else as far as I'm aware. I don't know of too many people who are past 57. I am not doing good at all. Come on. Alright, give me a heal. Come on. Tear it up, baby. Alright. That's now done. Yeah, I don't know that I would necessarily say 56 is high, but it's not low either. I mean, But it's taken me an entire year to get to that point, too. I only moderately kind of... It wasn't that I wasn't playing, I just wasn't focusing on a lot of the stuff that was going on around the time of... And I kind of regret it because I missed out on a couple of unattainable weapon recipes. The Festering Desire and stuff like that. I think that was the Windbloom stuff. There was a section... Stop pushing me up. Now I'm messed up. There's a bunch of stuff in that general time frame that I missed out on. Which it wasn't that I wasn't playing. I was technically playing. I just wasn't doing a lot of the events during that time frame. Okay. Ah, stop it. Now, as far as my main teams, they're solid characters, but I only have a couple that are technically at 90. I mean, even my Zone Lee, which is technically part of my main team, is not 90. And that's only because of resources. It's not a... It's not a for a lack of trying. I get them... I ascend them past 80 and then let them naturally, which will take forever for most of them. But the ones that I do use as my main DPS, those are the ones that I've actually given... Like, Eula is obviously one of my main DPSs, and Klee is one of my main DPSs, so I've tossed all the resources I can get at them. Now, Zone Lee, at some point, I will ascend him and just let him naturally go to 90. Shogun, I'll let her level naturally to 90. And... probably Kokomi. But everybody else, some of them I will, like I did max Fischl out. Jean has naturally leveled one level by herself. But I'm not actually, probably not for a long time, actually going to max her out. Chi-Chi is the same way. Which I finally got her ascended, so I can naturally let her level. So on and so forth. That's basically my plan. A lot of these other characters, I am actually working on them. And it just takes so much. Yoimiya is one that I do actually want to level as soon as I can. I got sidetracked by Raiden and Kokomi. Because I want Kokomi as a healer, and Shogun is a solid support, and I really like using her. She works so well in my teams. Not sure how I feel about Sara, Kujo Sara. Alloy is alright. I haven't really gotten to use her very often. Natural leveling, I know, right? I tend to play with my brother. Which, like I was mentioning earlier, he said he was planning on getting on, and we'll do the bosses in a little bit. Alright, what am I doing now? I'm going to another spot. Let's see where we go. Missed. Awesome. I was just thinking the other day, I should do some of these guys. Yeah, that's a lot of it. There's not much that we can do together, and so while yeah, about the most is Andrew will jump into my game and grab some resources. I'll jump into his game like I did last night for some of his pearls. But when it comes down to it, there's not a lot that we can do together. Yay, more of them. Stop it. Because even if we wanted to, because we did try for a while to do quests together, and we got to one of their. They have some quests that you can do together, and then other ones you can't do together. And we bumped into one of those. Oh yay, he's a freaking healer over here. I don't know what that was for. Oh, I guess I technically finished this. Is that what happened? Huh. I can't do the next section. Okay, so did I get... I don't know how to claim this stuff. Did I already get it? I guess I did. I don't know. Alright. Still at level 15. I wouldn't worry so much about the level. The only time that the level actually really matters is when it affects your world level. And that's one thing that I would suggest kind of being aware of. It's not a make or break thing, but you will feel a significant difference, especially when you get into, I want to say 5 to 6 range. Because I want to say it was 5 and 6. World level 5, you will definitely feel a jump, and world level 6, you will definitely feel a jump. And after that, it doesn't really, you can't really notice much of a difference in 7 and 8. You don't really feel 1 through 4. Yeah. And when I say you feel a difference, the bad guys will definitely feel like they're hitting you back, and it actually is affecting your gameplay. But other than that, the rest of the game, you don't really notice it, because you start to kind of out level things at different points. But those two were definitely the ones that really felt like they made a difference in the world level jump. But as far as adventure rank, that has barely any bearing on anything outside of giving you rewards from the Catherine. That's about all that does. Okay. Go there. I've got to go in here. This entire section here is something. Favorite indie game? That's an interesting question. I'm going to say Rasseteer, but I don't know if you can consider that a indie game. I know it's a one-off game that was made by a company in Japan, I want to say, and they did try to do a couple of other games, but that one's the only one that I can say that I honestly really liked. I'd have to think about that one. Or go through my library in a few minutes. It's kind of one of those weird things. I don't like changing the screen, messing up the stream. I don't think it affect it much, but I kind of panicked a few minutes ago when I went to check something. Threw everything off. Because I have full screen, so that's mostly the reason why. Oh, I'm over here. What am I doing? Okay. I've got to find something. Now, how do I... Maybe the clue thing? Look for clues. Why do I have to go to Liyue? Fine. I'll go to Liyue Harbor. How's it going, Felix? Hi, by the way, Yehu. Wasn't trying to... I was answering your question and not saying hi. What am I doing here? You guys suck at hints. Just tell me to go somewhere. I just want to go places. Should I put on my elemental stuff? Yeah, I see people. Ooh. Well, she was the one that gave me the quest. Why would she give me clues? There's the clue. That's what I need. Put a daggum explanation point over her head. Be more helpful. Okay. Gotcha. Dead Cell, I want to say, caught my interest a couple times. I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have to look at that one again. I know there's one that's got a really odd artwork style. Moonlighter, I think, is what it's called. And that one looks like it would fit my realm of game style. Unfortunately, I'm more into I like roguelike on a theoretical basis, but I want roguelike that I can with city building or I don't know what the best way of putting it is called. The sandbox type games where you just build stuff. Even this game I have a hard time with. I like RPGs just fine. But this is a bit too actiony for me. I want more just collectathon. It works in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that this game has got going for it that I like. I guess, yeah. Long-term progression. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Soda. Those are my style of games. I probably will at some point actually making chips was making a joke that kind of a long running inside joke of him stealing my Minecraft keys. But yeah, at some point I probably will play a little bit of Minecraft on here. I don't know. It will probably depend on if people are interested in watching me play. I know that there's a big following for that game, and I do love Minecraft, but it's a very slow-paced game comparatively. But I like the more slower-paced games. Is it true that if you're the girl, you get a different character than the boy? You mean the main character? I chose Looming, yeah. And technically the quote-unquote main antagonist is the boy who is Aether, I think is his name. If that's what you're asking. I might need a little bit more clarification if I didn't answer that the way you wanted. Stardew is one that I have looked at a few times. I don't like its art style, is really probably the biggest hiccup I've got. But no, it is not. I'm not completely and totally opposed to it. It looks like a game that would be right up my alley. I actually am thinking that at some point I will probably pull up my Satisfactory at some point and play that a little bit on stream. I love Satisfactory. And they're doing ouch. I hate whopper flowers. Yeah, I absolutely love Satisfactory, so that one is one that I probably will play at some point. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to folks jumping on that one. I would love to play that with a community. That would be so much fun. But I would have to be very careful with the stream. That would be... That's a very... because of the stream, it would be very, very difficult to be careful with the uploads and downloads and everything like that. Oh, Stardew? Yeah. Okay. I'll seriously consider it. Like I said, if it wasn't for that artwork style, I would have probably jumped on it a long time ago because it sounds like a game that should absolutely fit in my wheelhouse. But then again, at the same time, Animal Crossing is the same way. Is the exact opposite. That one it feels a little bit too slow, I think, is really the problem on that one. I do like it, though. Yeah, I think the characters are adorable. I try to play it for a little while, and it just, I feel like I'm getting nowhere on that one. And Animal Crossing should absolutely work for me. That one's really frustrating. I want it to work. Maybe it's just too simple. Maybe that's really what it is. I don't know. But then Minecraft at the same time, I tend to mod the crap out of that game too. So but then Skyrim, I do the same thing. So probably modded a little bit too much. I think that's why Satisfactory works so well for me. I would modify or mod Minecraft with stuff like Buildcraft and Buildcraft, Industrial Craft. Most of the ones that add like the goofy stuff, and then when Satisfactory came out, it was like, oh, hey, I can play Industrial Craft without playing Minecraft. It actually looks good. Andrew always made fun of the fact of how it looked. I'm like, no, Andrew, seriously, I think you'd like this game. He did give it a fair try at one point, so I'm only teasing him a little bit on that. Harvest Moon was another one that I was looking at, but I think that one had the similar problem, the art style. One of the two. I know that I had a harder time with the artwork on one than the other, but that's a minor issue. It's just honestly, it's more an excuse to just, I don't really need another builder game. Like I said, I have StarCraft not StarCraft, Minecraft and Satisfactory, and those have pretty much satisfied me for most of my tendencies to get into builder games. I mean, shoot, at one point what was that one that they were really going on about? And I'm so glad I didn't jump in ground level on that one. Because that one blew up because everybody was mad that they oversold the game. What was it called? I don't think it was No Man's Sky. It was the one where everybody had their own. It was like roguelike on steroids, but it was a builder game. So you would go from planet to planet, and you would each planet had its own biome, and you would go and you would research the planet. You would find species. You would try to build a mini base there, and then you'd move on from planet to planet. And you'd basically do that until you got to the homeworld or something. I don't remember what exactly it was you were trying to do. But technically everybody was in the same universe, but you were so far apart that it would be almost impossible for you to actually cross paths with somebody else. It was so weird in its concept, and it sounded fascinating, and it sounded so cool. And I really wanted to try that. And then when everybody got the game, it blew up because everybody said that none of the things that the guy had promised was in the game, and it just, yeah, it was a mess. And then everybody moved on, and nobody's talked about it since. I can't remember the name of that game. I remember I was really excited about it. I thought it was such a cool idea. Genshin impact rating 1.9. Help me out a little bit. Is No Man's Sky the one that... I thought that was a first-person shooter. Was it the one that I was talking about? Okay. I do know that they've updated it since, but yeah, like I said, nobody talks about it anymore, so I thought everybody had moved on. I just automatically assumed that was a different game. But I guess I have heard people talk about No Man's Sky, so it very well might be that game. Yeah, like I said, I was kind of glad with all the backlash that the game got. I was kind of glad that I didn't jump in ground floor. If they fixed it since then, I'm very happy because it sounded like a really cool game. Well, at least they got it fixed up for you at some point. How's it going, Carbon? See, now we technically have 2 sodas in chat. Although I don't know that anybody would want fish soda. Granted, I don't know a lot of people that like carbon soda either, but... I mean, technically, I drink carbonated water, so... which is technically carbon soda. But fish soda, that's a little bit different. One day, she will be a part of my harem. I hate that I have to kill those. I love the voice actress. Sounds so adorable. that meets Kata. When you all suddenly realize it, y'all will love her character as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad that they fixed it. that was, and I've never been big on the trash a game for, I I understand the frustration of being sold something that's unfinished. I'm not discounting that in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that I don't think a company should release things before they're complete. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I do believe that people should give a little bit of leeway on mistakes. Now, mistakes are different than quality assurance problems, and that's a different animal altogether. I get that completely. It's frustrating. It's a balancing act that's very difficult to deal with. Yeah, I like Fate Go just fine. It how do I put this delicately? It outgrew me. I love Fate Go. I can't keep up with it no more. It's too hard for me. Let me put it that way. I can't keep up with it. I suck at game. I'm a filthy casual, like I said before. I just want to play the game and be stupid and have fun. Yes, he did. He actually did quite a few times. I got so frustrated with the game sometimes. It is... I understand the general concept. That's like, I'm barely getting on this game. I love this game. I barely am getting to the point where I'm starting to do the elemental things. Unfortunately, I think very differently than most people. And so what's very intuitive for most people, I have to learn it the hard way almost. That's like I had mentioned a couple streams ago when I was talking about how long I went playing this game, never realizing that I actually was hard leveling every character in this game. So for the longest time, I got frustrated. Which is really the honest reason why I'm technically so low on my level 56. I'm this low, even though I technically started at the exact same time Andrew did. Andrew is a lot higher in his level 57 than I am. Why is that? Mostly because I'm almost a month or two behind, even though technically I played the exact same amount of time. Why? Because I was literally playing every character like a traditional RPG. I was going around killing stuff, and when I ran out of stuff to kill, I stopped leveling because I could not figure out why I could not level in this game. Okay, well, why didn't you automatically? Because I'm a hoarder. I tend to, let's see here. If you go into my gathering stuff, even my food. Do you realize how often I eat anything in this game? Whenever a character dies, I will use a res food to res a character. I do not use any of my food in this game. Musho. Is there a translated name for that? Oh, Dynasty Wars. I actually do like Dynasty type games, in theory. I actually have, when I was, I used to play the Xbox 360, and I had 99 Nights, I want to say it was called. And I really loved the aesthetic of that game, and I loved playing that for a little while. I actually have Hyrule Warriors on my Switch. In theory, yes. In theory. I will get to that in a second. So I love them in general concept. I will play them for a while. My problem is I get bored of them very, very fast. I think it's mostly because I just get tired of the hack and slash thing. Hyrule Warriors kind of gets around that by using its nostalgia factor of the characters themselves. So technically I'm not bored of that game. I got sidetracked onto other games. 99 Nights, I want to say I just got bored of it mostly in general, and I didn't really have any kind of connection to those characters. One of the things about a lot of those games, and Dynasty Warriors may be very different, so because I know it's a very well beloved franchise, so it might, I just haven't tried it, so I'm not downplaying it this way. 99 Nights, I believe the problem that I found, I'm thinking is, because now that I've gone into anime as much as I have, I notice different things that I wouldn't have noticed back then. The storyline was pretty surface level, so I didn't have the attachment to the characters that I do in Hyrule Warriors, where a lot of those characters I've already got a general connection to, and I've been with those characters for a very long time. So like I said, the nostalgia factor plus the characters themselves, which I have an investment in them. So that's why technically that game kind of side skirts that problem. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Carbon, to answer what you're saying is, yeah, that's in general. And why that matters to an effect is when it came to actually leveling these characters, I was at level 20, and what I was mentioning earlier with somebody who was asking about the adventure rank, I had actually gotten to a point where I had gotten into the world level out leveling me. And I got to a point where I was so frustrated with the game. Daggum Hilichurls were literally one-shotting me. And I went to Andrew and I said, how the heck am I having such a hard time with this game? There should be no reason that level 20 characters should be killing me. I can't get anywhere in this game. And he was like, well, are you, he asked me something about my levels or something like that. And I said, they're this and this and this. And he's like, well, why aren't you leveling your characters? And he pointed at the level books, and I was like, I was just saving those for for whatever reason I made up in my head at the point to keep them. When it comes down to it, I'm just a hoarder. It's not that I necessarily needed to keep them. Yeah, it's the story. Yeah, when it comes down to it, I was not taking advantage of all the mechanics of the game. That's all it was. Like I said, I've got to learn it the hard way when it comes down to it. Bad habit of mine, but it is my habit. Here, I'm gonna show off my Kokomi. You all can sit here and be jealous of my water walking ability. Haha. It did me no good. For the whole 2 seconds it lasts, yeah, pretty much. I think she had at least 5 seconds. Aw. Oh. Well, and the silly thing is that's just like the ability to do the underground thing that like Ayaka and Mona. Yeah, it goes for a few seconds, but when it comes down to it, can you really put another character that can overpower one of the other characters? I don't know. It's a tough question. I mean, you're effectively offering as a passive an ability that should make mobility better, but when you're trying to keep it from being overpowered, that you're defeating yourself. I think that's really a lot of it, is they're trying not to overpower everybody else, and that's just silly. The whole point is, if you're going to make that mechanic, take advantage of it. That's what people want. I don't know. I don't think things through as like they do, I guess. No, that's exactly the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're going to make it a selling point on a character, make it a selling point for the character and don't debuff it. I'm for uniqueness in characters. I get frustrated when people make things not unique. Well, especially since it's tied to her ult, which that makes it very... I get scared that I sound like I'm totally like 999% the MiHoYo is the greatest company in the world. No, I just don't think we should trash it as much as we do. But I agree that they do have things that they have problems, just like every other company. which 99% of the problem is there's a certain point in which companies tend to lose touch with their original intent. The longer they can keep their original intent, the longer the customer base will stay happy with them. That's all companies, not MiHoYo specific, not any other company specific. It's all companies. The longer you can stay in touch with your customer base, the longer you'll keep your customer base happy. That is what I was talking about with goodwill and all that stuff. Customer goodwill is key. Now, what do you do when two customers are at odds with each other? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I really can't. I think that probably I'm not gonna deny it sucks. It really does. This right here is your anniversary. Technically, people are discounting this. Technically, this is a part of the anniversary event. That is kind of pushing it because it's really an in-game event for Liyue Harbor per se, but it's technically all a part of the same event. It's all the anniversary. This is an in-game kind of acknowledgement of the anniversary while it's not the anniversary. So take it for what it is, but people are not talking about technically all the rewards in here are the anniversary event. But it is what it is. It's like people getting mad about the community stuff. The community event says it's the community event. Why? No, I agree. It's effectively like it's Liyue Harbor's anniversary. So it's kind of a reflection of the outside world's anniversary event. It's not, yeah, I get it. It's not in the same group, but it is what it is. This event technically just ended this, and then this started, which was tied into the anniversary. So no, I don't. I'm not I'm not justifying MiHoYo. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that we're overblowing they gave us event rewards. I mean, anniversary rewards. Was it as great as everybody was hoping? No, but at the same time, a lot of people were overhyping rewards. That I think is more the problem. Is they're going to give us a free Diluc Mona. Who was it? Keychain. I would love a keychain. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes down to it, that was who I don't know who decided that was going to be the rewards, but that's not MiHoYo's fault for not giving it to them. I think that 99% of it is you guys randomly decided they were going to give you a select 5-star. MiHoYo never said they were going to give you a select 5-star. And so by saying that's not MiHoYo's fault, somehow I'm all for MiHoYo. No, I'm just being realistic about it. It's not their fault. Would it be nice? Hell yeah, it would be nice. I would love to have a free keychain. I want one real bad. And wishing for her when she hasn't had a banner since the beginning of the game kind of sucks. Yeah, and I don't know what the solution is. I mean, cracking down on the leakers probably was a little bit much, but they also have to try to they have to make an example to get it to stop. So I don't really blame them, but at the same time, I think it was a little bit much. But at the same time, it had to happen at some point. Somebody had to basically be the fall guy, and it sucks. It really does. But when it comes down to it, at the same time, how do you solve the problem of keeping people from overplaying stuff and at the same time still keep an excitement for it? That's the balance that they need to work on. Would it be timelines? Maybe. I don't know. Roadmaps or whatever they want to call it, timelines. Maybe that's the solution. I don't know. I really don't. While I can sell, I'm not good at sales. I'm too honest to a fault. I unfortunately, I guess that's probably the best solution is just get somebody that they can actually work with that's not going to leak on them. Just starting to go through and actually ending a lot of the relationships that they have, because obviously they have somebody who's not working well with them. Now, to be on the devil's advocate side, I technically like leaks. I think that they're fun, but I don't actively pursue leaks. But I think that communities can have a lot of fun with them, and so I don't particularly have a problem with them. I personally don't care for them. They don't. It's their company. They can do whatever the hell they want. Yeah, they were. But the leaks, I think, got really out of hand as well, as far as just absurd. They were just so crazy, half of them. They were all over the place. And I don't know. We obviously have a market for it, and that's I think a lot of the miscommunication between the customer and um, the company. I mean, yes, obviously the company has its rights to its intellectual property. Whether you believe in intellectual property or not, that's irrelevant. When it comes down to it, they have the right to their intellectual property. They need somebody to test it. When it comes to development, it's very difficult. That's my thing is, if the company takes advantage of, figures out a way to take advantage of the hype building. If the company takes advantage of the, basically bypasses the leakers. If they can do that, they can control the narrative, which is really the problem. Is they're losing control of the narrative. They want to control how people are perceiving their product. The leaks are making it to where their product is basically getting bypassed. They want to sell Kokomi. They can't sell Kokomi if everybody is waiting for Gauru or Toma, whatever his name is, the fire polearm user guy that's coming out soon. The fact that you see them in game is supposed to be the way you're supposed to get excited about them. You're not supposed to be getting excited about them from leaks telling you that Kokomi is going to be garbage because of this. They want to sell you on her 25% healing bonus that is going to make her really great as a healer. They don't want you to get focused on the fact that there's a 100% decrease in crit rate. They want to control the hype. And that's 99% of the problem that they're having is they have the intellectual right to sell you this property the way they want to sell it to you. And leakers bypass that narrative per se. And that's what I'm saying is that they need to find out a way, like I was mentioning the roadmap thing. Are they required to? No, they're not. In any way, shape, or form, they're not required to give you a roadmap of how the game is going to go from here on. But if they don't take advantage of something similar to that, they're never going to control the narrative. And that's what they need to do, is they need to control how things are being sold to the customer. Dag nabbit, I can't believe I did that. I can agree with that. I think they totally lost control over Kokomi in every way. But I think that is more of a problem of, like I said, communication. They're not communicating to their player base in any way. Now it's not the social media manager's fault. I think that in a lot of cases their hands are tied, and that really sucks. But we technically can't communicate directly to MiHoYo. So everybody's being mad about the anniversary awards. They don't know, and they don't care. And that sucks. But we have the same problem in the anime realm as well. Like me and Andrew have mentioned several times, all of the quote-unquote problems that anime may or may not have, nobody in Japan really cares what us Westerners really think about all that. Mostly because there is a communication wall. It's a conundrum for us in a lot of cases because how do we communicate that we're dissatisfied with a product by not buying that product? However, we want to support that product and we want it to survive. It's a conundrum that we're stuck in. We want this product to do well, and at the same time, we're dissatisfied with certain things that the company that is giving us that product is providing us. How do we solve that? I don't know. Yeah, and that's really what it comes down to. That's like I said with Kokomi. I chose her because I wanted a healer. I really love her aesthetic, and that outweighs the negative of not having crit rate. I don't really care about her crit rate. I do see how she would be really freaking overpowered without a crit rate debuff, but I don't really care. That's not what I bought her for. I bought her because she's a mermaid girl, and I want to see her swim around on my screen. Yes, I'm that simple. Did I get all the things in this area? I have 67%, so I'm guessing not. Stop doing that. Dang it. I already killed one character doing that. Speaking of which, she's my main DPS. You mean they're actually putting things in this general vicinity that would make people have to explore this area, Andrew? I thought this was the most boring event ever. I don't understand. Oh, I got it. Cool. to me, this is on the same level as probably the islands. There's something to do that's actually taking me more than 5 minutes worth of time. Because I've been fussing with this for an hour and a half or so. And I technically have, what, 4 or 5 more sections to do? And I haven't even touched the cooking part yet. Be nice if I had a better radar, though. Oh, 3:15. It. Let's deal with this one for now. Yeah, it's 3:15. Here comes Andrew trying to screen snipe. Oh.
一体どこから。騎士と貴族のしきたりは似ているわ。ただ騎士は小難しいところが簡略化する。
to redo my Diona. No. Change my tenacity. Switch out that. Switch out that. Switch out that. That. And you. HP
私とセピロス剣術について学びたい？一人前になった君に復習するのも悪くないわね。
That looks beautiful. I'll use that. Still have my tenacity. Okay. Let's go with that one.
Benny 冒険団出発！待ってるだけじゃダメって言うだろ。ま、
Let's go with that.
運に恵まれない俺は。
Hopefully, I will survive a little bit longer than I did last week.
じゃない。極寒のせい？それとも恐怖？稲光、すなわち永遠なり。寛永に落ちなさい。私を甘く見ないで。ここより弱滅の時。裁きの雷。見にくいわね。はっ、ひゅっ。リオナの特製ドリンクじゃ。氷の徐行の王位は邪魔させない。
ついていきます。
私を甘く見ないで。見切りました。私を甘く見ないで。裁きの雷。無我の境地。ひゅっ。そこ。ここより
Wee. I survived it. Don't ask me how, but I survived it. I'm pretty sure I broke a rule somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to die. Thank you. This one's not as bad. I should be able to handle this one a little bit better. Heck, I'll just call it what it is. This is easy mode for me. I don't think I can remember when the last time I died in this fight. With your hardcore antagonizing of poor Timmy, you should never run out of chicken. Just saying. Andy has some kind of hatred towards Timmy and wants to take away his only friends. You killed his birds again. You're so mean. All right. I probably should be using Chi-Chi instead of
チャンスだ。
Diana.
本気を出して俺を楽しませてくれ。投稿も一つの選択だよ。俺は敗者に優しいからね。
そらやっ
遠く
そこ決勝せよ。
悪くないね。俺相手によくここ。
よっ走行のオン。わめきなさい。
行くで
決勝せよ。へいわめきなさい。それ
難攻不落。
花火に
粉々よ。
会議だけじゃダメだよ。
飲みすぎだよ
決勝せよ。よっ粉々よ。へい決勝せよ。わめきなさい。
Actually, no, I don't. That's probably a mechanic that I never knew existed, and it's was probably making things really hard for me. I do remember the whale. I haven't seen the whale in a long time, but that could be because we're killing it too fast. That was my assumption. Stop. No, I can't even bother to use her. No, I don't want to disband nothing. Just go. Okay.
分かったことある？大人しゅうてめっちゃ可愛いんやで。
You can use Ganyu. I'm not. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to use Yoimiya, in which my Yoimiya is way too low. Just start.
Morax, すべての蹴りをつける時だ。
やっ
好きやれ。
稲光すなわち永遠なり。てたた
イオナの特製ドリンクじゃ。
ち胸
Well, so much for that.
大地の憤怒は静まらぬ。
避けられなかった。
I really do kind of wish her shields were a little bit
全
stronger.
ての連鎖を払う時なり。
すぐ行く。
You know, I'm about to die, so... You mean, like, you're barely doing any damage, or literally he's taking no damage from you? No, it looks like you're doing damage. Yeah. This is the one fight that it really sucks. It's Andrew's. It's not Andrew's fault. It's the a problem with really kind of more the co-op thing. The fact that we can't have twos onlys is really the problem. I take too much damage from him, and you carry it with. Oh, I thought you were saying the other way, that Andrew was going to carry me. Andrew carries me through this fight every time. I think I've survived the fight one time. But really it is. What it comes down to is it's a problem of me and Andrew both not having his only. If I was to have his only, then Andrew would have the problem, because technically my Diona's a little bit... I don't know how much Andrew has put into his Diona, so I'm just assuming that he has not really built her up. I went ahead and built her up mostly because I knew he needed Zonli. His Zonli is technically better than mine. So it's really a problem of just us both not having the most overpowered shield maker. And this fight literally depends on the shield. My Diona's shield can take away the debuff, but Zone Lee, his shield will take away the debuff and will make you actually viable to cover some of the damage. Diona just takes away the debuff and tries to help you live through a hit, maybe two. Zone Lee's shield can just keep taking hits and hits and hits. And that's the main reason why I switched to Diona's... switched to Kokomi's artifacts on Diona. Because technically, Diona's artifacts went to Kokomi when I got Kokomi. I think I have tons of chicken. I don't know. I know I'm constantly making eggs and stuff like that. Eggs, steak, and a couple of others. The grilled fish, a fillet of some sort, more meat. I don't know. Unless there's a shield food that I don't know about, I don't think it'll really much matter what food I make outside of rezzing food. Benny Boken. Did you say that my Raiden buff was going to you as well?
てってってって一体どこから
Maybe I'll put Raiden on. Just hopefully I'll be able to survive some of the damage.
ベニー冒険団出発
爆弾持ちすぎたのかな。
Benny over here trying to look all cool.
火力全開。よいしょ。行くで。逃げよう。失敗した。なんだな。たっただ。ボンボン爆弾。
よし
見切りました。ここより弱滅の時。
みんなは俺が
下がります。
飛びすぎたかもしれない。
裁きの雷。
特艦花火。たっただ。なんだな。行くで。
Dang it. Fine.
「花火はパッと消えてまうけど、友情は一生もんや。
I'm done with it for right now. Alrighty. Let's see, what is this? Oh, that's the one where I gotta cook something, right? Let me see if I can pull this off. I've got about 15 more minutes to go before I gotta start pulling everything together to make dinner. So I wanted to get most of this stuff done. Then I can do some more on Thursday if I can get a stream going. I know Andrew was goofing off with this one. Yes, this is intense. We were making fun of Andrew and how intense it was. It was just too much for him. But I promised everybody that worst case scenario, then I will play it again today, so that everybody could get their fill of this. Seeing as how it was too much for Andrew, we can't have intense gameplay for him too long. Unlike me, I can handle intense gameplay. I think that's completely backwards, but we'll go with it. I don't see the stupid. That was the only golden line I seen, Andrew. Where's the golden line start? That's where the golden line ends. I'm pretty sure that's probably the same thing you had, right? This is backwards. She snuck in here a long time ago. Missy. Where does it start? That's the end.
It's backwards. Hi. It's backwards. Hi.
Don't make fun of poor.
See it? It's just flowing backwards.
Oh, it's just in general going backwards? Okay.
Flying backwards.
Okay, I got you. I thought maybe that was just because that was where it was coming back from.
I think it's supposed to be the sense traveling backwards. Hi. Hi. Yeah, hi. Useless character.
Oh, okay. I see what's wrong. Manipulate the... Oh, that's going to make things complicated. Oh. Don't make things complicated. Oh. I suppose I'm ready. You didn't have an I suppose. Ah, shoot. Dang it. I don't know. I burned everything up twice now. Well, if you say so. I guess I didn't burn everything up. Yeah, I hope I didn't wear all of you out with that intense action there. I do know that it's a little bit much for some folks. Don't we all, Andrew? Don't we all? I think that's going on the back of the box, by the way. You know, I can see somebody actually doing that. I'm surprised there actually already isn't one. Okay, so did we technically finish that off? Let's... Is that what this one is? Yeah, everything else is locked, so I'm going to assume I'm good on that one. I still have more of those other things to find. And that'll get me to the tuna thing. But that's like 27 more of them, I guess. Andrews mentioned that this is going to take like 90 or something. I don't know. Oh, you cheater. Make my life painful. Huh. Fine. I will somehow find all of them myself. Vicious game. Found 2 of them just by going to Asta's house. Lucky. Granted, now I have to actually find them on the up-down thing. Please tell me it's not all the way the heck up in the tree. Painful. Eggs. Yes, I go through that many eggs. Andrew is making fun of me for not eating enough chicken, but I do eat enough eggs.
Yep.
I eat lots and lots of eggs. So much so that I actually have a hard time keeping up with resurrection items. And honestly, I think chicken is probably one of those health-raising things. Which by the time I realize I'm low on health, it's kind of too late.
Yep.
Well, guys, it's getting to that 4 o'clock time frame. And like I said earlier, I've got to start working on getting dinner pulled together. So I am going to be cutting it off here in a few minutes. If anybody wants anything last to say, now would be the time to do it. Ooh, there's a chest. I found a chest! Yeah, I got 424. Yes, I am a MiHoYo sympathizer. I provide them funding, so I am definitely there's something in there that means that I love them completely and totally, and they can do no wrong, to be clear. I want to make sure that everyone is very aware that seeing as how I am sponsoring MiHoYo, that you cannot ever speak ill of the company that I am funding, and I am completely and totally 100% sure that it is perfect in every way, shape, or form. And if you don't understand that, you're just a fool, by the way. Just so you know. Especially Andrew. Andrew doesn't know anything about it. So if he comes on the next stream and he starts saying that MiHoYo has some kind of problems, you will know ahead of time that he's wrong. Alright, guys. I am going to cut off the stream. I hope you all have a great night. And we will talk to you next time in some way, shape, or form. I believe the next thing you'll probably get from us is a podcast, and Andrew might be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. Y'all have a good night.
騎士と貴族のしきたりは似ているわ。ただ騎士は小難しいところが簡略化されているの。